So how do people learn? This is something that, of course, every teacher wants to figure out, and really every parent, every person wants to learn how is it that we learn. So some of the key findings from the book How People Learn is that everyone comes in with prior knowledge, and one of the best things that we can possibly do as teachers is if we can activate that prior knowledge before we get into the new concept, it will allow for students to actually make new brain connections and understand the new idea. So really the conclusion is that in order to learn, students must connect that new information to what they already know. If they're not doing that, then all they're doing is memorization, which just goes into the brain, short-term memory for the test. They can memorize everything, like including exactly where punctuation and capital letters go, but it's not something that's going to stick around in their brain for very long. That's why you need to activate that prior knowledge. So I'm going to do a little experiment with everyone just to prove this point. So just follow along, take out a piece of paper. If you need a little bit of time to do that, go ahead and pause the video. But what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to play the following words, and you do not write the words down. All you're going to do is when I say the words vowels, you're going to count the number of vowels that the word has. And when I say the word satisfaction, you're going to tell me by writing down on a piece of paper on a scale of 1 to 10 how much satisfaction that word gives you. So 1 is going to be that word makes you want to vomit, you hate everything about it. 2, 10 being it's nirvana, best thing you can ever possibly think of. And I'll alternate between saying vowels and satisfactions. When I say vowels, write down the number of vowels. When I say satisfaction, the number of satisfaction. And again, do not write down the word. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Vowels, satisfaction, 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 vowels, satisfaction. So now I want you to write down all the words that you can possibly remember. And I am going to move on, but if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. So pause it right now if you need that extra time. And now that you're back, go ahead and tally up all of the words that you see that you were able to memorize that are in the vowels category, and then tally up the number of words that are in the level of satisfaction category. And once you do that, the typical person, based on all of the analysis that have been done in the past, is that the majority of people will remember all these words that are in the satisfaction category, and almost always, there's always outliers, but almost always people with this level of satisfaction end up memorizing more of these words. And why is that? It's hard to even count, it's hard to look at the word when all you're doing is counting the vowels, and that is definitely connected to what are we doing when we're memorizing. We're really just trying to focus on a specific piece of information, versus once you're connecting this to something that you actually care about, all of a sudden you're able to put it into your long-term memory.